Okay, I'm calling this video Return of Frederick the Great. That's because I already did this game some 3 years ago. But the reason I'm returning to it now is because two fellows named Frank Davis and Edward Kieran redid the map to this terrific game, redid the counters, and I thought it would be kind of nice to show the work they did, because they've done a very fine job here. Now I've set up the 1757 scenario, and I might do a turn or two, I don't know. The main purpose of the video is to show you this wonderful new map, which brings this game alive. Let's take a look at the components a bit closer. There's the credits for the game, and it has a wonderful blend of German and English, which brings nice period atmosphere to it. They've done a beautiful job on the coastline and those areas that don't matter much in the game, but they've made it look like a period map, which is very nice. We're just going to look now at some of the French counters here. They're quite nice. You've got here General d'Estrées, Contade, Saint-Germain, de Chevert, and they're sort of in the light blue. Here's a 4-strength unit. And they have the same change as the original game, so you get a lot of 3s and 4s and 1s and 2s. Sometimes when you need a 10 unit, it'd be kind of nice to have one, but you have to make those up. So they've not changed the game at all. It's a tribute to the original game. Now there's some Hanoverians, Duke of Cumberland and Zastrow. Here's what a depot looks like. Now we're going to look down at the Holy Roman Empire and their troops. There's sort of a light gray band at the bottom. Looking now at some Austrians under Charles. A big 16 army there at Prague with General Brown. There's General D'Arenberg. Whoop, I've got some Prussians on there. That's not right. I'll have to fix that. Okay, and we've got General Nadasi and Serbelloni. There we have a bunch of Prussian units in Saxony. Of course, Frederick the Great himself here with Keith, Heinrich, and a 16-factor army. So this is the 1757 scenario. And up to Brandenburg, Prussia proper, and way up north we've got the Swedes and some Prussian units there. They've got a nice sequence of play and color on the board itself. Table of terrain effects there. Table of losses, which is handy for me, which isn't so good in math. Combat results table, of course. And then you've got your long turn record track, which runs down the side of the game. And on turn 8, a whole mess of forces come in. A big Russian army of about 21, 22 factors. More factors for the Holy Roman Empire. So they've done a heck of a nice job. They've got some nifty looking counters for the doing the losses and prisoners. Here you've got these little chains and handcuffs and stuff to show the prisoners, and little skeleton counters here to show losses, and standard victory point counters there, 10s, 100s, and 1s. So overall, they've done a really nice job of this Frederick the Great game. Now in the game, combat is in the same hex, and when you have these large stacks it can get a little bit unwieldy. So I made myself up a little battle site marker that I just put in the hex. Then you can separate the troops here and look at them and stuff like that. Now someone pointed out, I've got Prussians here everywhere, should be Austrians. Anyway, someone pointed out in my video from 3 years ago that I made some errors regarding the leadership. No doubt I did. because I'm trying to learn the game, manipulate the camera, show close-ups, and make the video interesting if I can. So I'm bound to make some errors, and I certainly did in the video I did 3 years ago. So when you are in combat, you must take into account the leadership of the enemy forces. I believe you subtract one leader from the other and get a net die roll modifier. So that's all I'm going to show really of this new game. We'll just finish the video with a long shot of the board. So in closing, I'm hanging on to this copy of Frederick the Great. I mean, it's, I don't know, there's just not very many games on the Wars of the Soldier King. And it's a good game. It's a maneuver and siege game, as I mentioned in the last video. And I'm very glad that these two fellows, Frank Davis and Edward Kieran, have updated this classic game. And it sure would be nice to see it back in print with some new manufacturer doing it. They've done a real good job on this game. And one thing I would like to see redone is the format of the rules booklet. It's very difficult to read. It's fine print. It's the typical Avalon Hill style. It's not easy to read, and it could be updated, this booklet, that's for sure. So anyway, that's it for Frederick the Great, and thank you for watching.